Hey, this is What You Reading, and I'm the AC, and this is what I've been reading. AR Dragonfly, Volumes 5 and 6 by Joshua Piedra. Boom. Yes, okay, so I've been looking forward to reading the 5th volume. I knew I was getting a little behind, I got a little busy, and then I was on a trip in the Philippines when he released the 6th volume. I was like, oh no, now I'm even further behind. Luckily, and I found out this little, very helpful thing called Amazon Kindle Unlimited. It's great. I don't like reading digital stuff as much as like physical copies, but when you're traveling, I didn't really have much internet, but the second I got it, I looked up to see if these were available on it. So yeah, I read it on that first, and then I ordered these so I would have the physical copy when I got back, and they got back the day before I did. So now I have them, and they're great, and I still like having the physical copy, besides just the digital copy, and I like supporting authors also. But yeah, not only that, another thing to mention about Volume 5 is he has another character artist named Alex Garcia. I really like what he's been doing with the character art, right? Yeah, character art. It's looking good. Yeah, I don't know the circumstances for changing artists, but it's looking good regardless. Keep doing what you're doing, both of you, because with light novels, the art, the illustrations, that's part of what a light novel is. They're important. They're really important. And I think I posted a Twitter post sometime on my trip talking about, like, you hear the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. I definitely judge a book by its cover, especially when it comes to light novels. Art's important. Anyways, let's actually start talking about what happens in the books. So, I forgot where the 4th one left off until I started reading the 5th one. And yeah, Sebastian kissed Amber. Look at that. Yeah. And that was a weird moment. And then Kaido kind of sees it, kind of realizes it. And at this point, it's not even so much as what Amber reacts. It's more like Sebastian and Kaido kind of declare themselves love rivals, whatever. But Sebastian kind of concedes right away, and it's like letting Kaido not have her. You can't have a person, but he encouraged him to keep getting closer. One other thing, just a random thought. Apparently, Amber and I also have kind of the same similar taste in anime. I also not crazy about mecha and sports stuff. I don't know, just random thought, put it on there. I've made a list of stuff because I knew I read these a couple weeks ago. Whenever the 6th one released, I read them right away. So yeah, I kind of have to think back on what exactly I remember. Anyways, so then there's a moment where Amber, Kaido are in the store. They go in the back. For some reason, even though they think the store is empty, don't know why they would bother going in the back to talk about stuff. Kaido mentions Amber's white hair, and just so happens that Kaiza shows up in the store very briefly, overhears that part, also realizes Amber, Kaido, Takumi, and Lin were all in it together at the last tournament. And then Kaido leaves because he thinks he has enough stuff for blackmail or to mess with them. Posts on the Blazor's forum all about her hair. And that was weird. It was, okay, I like what's happening. But it was kind of just so quick that Kaiser comes in, here's that one thing, leaves, and that's it. The other thing is it's a little annoying that it's the hair. And yeah, maybe Amber really is that self-conscious. But as Kaiser, if I was Kaiser, I would have been a lot more focused on like half of the competitors in this last tournament. It was 8, right? Yeah, I think it was 8 in this last tournament were working together. That seems like it would have been a lot bigger deal than just the hair. But that actually comes in later. Anyways, so this causes Amber to quit Blazor temporarily, and it gets a chance to go to Shadowing. Now, while I thought in Volume 5 it was going to go right into the Under Hollow update. And, you know, kind of a bold choice to not do that right away. I also like it on Spawn because we get to explore Shadowwing a little bit. Amber starts playing Shadowwing with Sebastian. Turns out she's really good at that too. Who knew? The protagonist would be good at stuff. And, you know, that was really cool. She doesn't really stick with it, though, even though she likes it. And I kind of like what Shadowwing kind of seemed to be. But maybe we'll explore it a little bit later. Maybe we'll get some Shadowwing, like, you know, lore or something, like they kind of did with Blazor in the first 4. But, whatever. Anyways, eventually they do get to start playing Under Hollow. They get to come back. Even Sebastian enjoys them playing Blazor. And it's nice. It's neat. But, you know, it starts getting bad again because Kai'Sa is starting to get actually more threatening. And eventually, Amber's scared, and the book 5th volume ends with Kaido trying to protect Amber, leading her from her apartment where they think Kai'Sa's going to attack, and taking her into the store. But then Kai'Sa's actually at the store, and Kai'Sa ends up trying to stab Amber, but stabs Kaido. And that's kind of where it ends. It says Sebastian, you know, tackles Kai'Sa and eventually gets arrested, even though the police couldn't do anything about it because Kai'Sa's from Japan. He'd been coming there, you know, secretly because he was also in trouble there. And, you know, it's all that kind of stuff. But, you know, Volume 5 is where the end of Kai'Sa's whole mess ends. And I liked it. Like, you know, get it over quick. No point in dragging it on for something like this. Because, yeah, it is a big deal, but it doesn't need to take forever. And it's obvious Joshua has an idea where he's taking it. And, you know, I think Volume 6 is his halfway point. From what I've been seeing, because I follow him on other stuff, he's planning on like 12 volumes of this. So I'm really looking forward to this, especially this is only halfway through. It's going to be cool. Now, on to Volume 6. It's been 8 weeks since Kaido was stabbed. He's been in the hospital, and, like, it's cool, I get it. I thought it would have been cool to see immediately what happened after Kai'Sa, but that's my own preference. Maybe he didn't see any reason to, like, lollygag with somewhere in between 8 weeks, so he just skipped it and got to what the more interesting part would be. But yeah, you know, I kind of like slow stories, so that is my own preferences. I like seeing initial reactions from characters. But apparently Amber's been with Kaido the entire 6 weeks, only going back to like clothes and clean herself and all that stuff. But it's all alright. What I really got more out of this volume than anything else is there's definitely a transition away from the video game aspect of this series and more into the relationship stuff. And it's fine. This is a slice of life. But there is like a pretty clear cut, like, less video games, more relationship stuff. Especially with Takumi and Lin. Yeah, they start dating. And that's cool. That's cute and all. But apparently Takumi has a secret. And Kaido doesn't like the fact that he's hiding it from Lin. They don't say what it is in this volume. But it's kind of obvious that it's about, like, some kind of health thing. At first, I thought it was going to be like maybe Takumi was about to move again because you had Kaido's whole backstory about when he moved and it messed with all his friends and the girl he was dating, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to Takumi. But no, then it makes it pretty clear that it's some kind of health thing. But yeah, they never say it. I don't know how serious of a thing it's going to end up being, but to Kaido is pretty serious, so I guess it's going to be serious. The other thing we get to see is Kaido takes Kaido takes Amber on a trip, with a business trip with his parents, because Amber as a character has also been getting more used to people, and she's been getting more used to being around other people and going and doing things she normally wouldn't be comfortable with. She's even realized as she's been walking through the street that people actually don't pay any attention to her like she thinks she did. She's actually not that weird. So all the anxiety she's been having about all this stuff, it turns out it wasn't that big of a deal. She thought it was, and to her it probably felt like it was, but she's getting better, and it's cool. And it turns out they repeat it a lot, but just like get another friend, having friends, it makes everything a lot better. And it's really cool, and it's nice to be seeing character growth, especially in Amber, the main character. You get to explore more of the other characters too, and see more of their perspectives. Like Lynn, you get to see more of her music, and Takumi, you see more of his house and his family. And the focus is kind of shifted not as much on Amber. And even though Amber and Kaito kind of starting to have a relationship, Sebastian's also kind of making some plays in there too. I feel like a lot of Volume 6 was focused mainly on Takumi and Lynn, or maybe that's what my favorite parts was. Who knows? But overall, I'm really enjoying where this story is going. You're doing a great job on it. I really like this. It was a surprise series. I didn't think I would get into as much as I did, and I'm digging it. Really digging it. I like where it's going. Looking forward to Volume 7. But what do you think? Have you been reading this series? Have you read his other series, Final Hope? I started that, one chapter into it so far, so you can look forward to me talking about that later. But yeah, let me know. Let's talk about some books and stuff. Light novels, anything really. What you reading? Let me know. But if you like what I say, you like what I'm doing, like the video. If you want to see me talk more about other books, I have plenty more books that I have read, because it was a long trip, had a lot of books, and I'm going to be talking a lot more in the upcoming weeks. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, you can see all that. But until all that happens, I am DAC. Thank you for watching, and bye.